This is Ronald with Win911, and thanks for joining us on our next installation of our How to Instructional video series. Today we're going to cover installation, so hopefully you've downloaded it from the website. If not, feel free to pause and go right ahead. Before we get started, a couple of quick things I want to point out on the requirements side, just to make sure that your computer is set up to go. You get to the right screen here. A couple things I'll point out here. A quad core is recommended. We also recommend 4 gigs of RAM and hard disk space or more. You will need a 64-bit version of either Windows 7 through 10 or Server 2008 R2 to 2012 R2. Again, they need to be 64-bit. And feel free to pause this if you need to look at the screen a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and move along. One more thing I'll point out is that SQL is included with this. If you have it already, great. If you don't have it already, then you'll get Express included with the installation. While we're here, I'll point out there's some optional hardware notification requirements. If you have things like voice call out or SMS or VoIP, mobile or email, requirements are here. These can all be found on the website under the knowledge base. Again, you can pause this, or you can go to the website and get the same information there. Let's go ahead and get to our installation screen. I'm going to back out of this real quick. I have my install folder on the desktop. We're going to double click on install here to get this started. It helps if you actually double click it instead of single click. There we go. There's an install guide here if you want to read along, or you can just follow along with the video. We're going to click next. It's going to check some of the environment requirements to again make sure that we have the minimum amount of RAM and hard disk space necessary. This will take a second or two, so we're going to let it do its thing, and then we're going to proceed. Okay, so it's telling us that we don't have the SQL instance on there, so we're going to create a new one. You can use an existing one if you would like, or we can create a new one. We're going to recommend you create a new one, just keep things simple and clean, and it's going to name it Win911 by default. You can call it something else if you'd like, but again, to keep things simple, we recommend leaving it as the default. So we're going to click Create New. It's going to do its thing. I'm going to pause and then come back when it's done. Okay, it is finished installing SQL now, so we're going to continue. I'll go ahead and point out too that if you're missing anything else that the installation needs, like IIS, it will prompt you to install it, and it will install that for you. You just click next, let's do its thing, and it'll move right along. And then you'll get to where I'm at here. We're going to agree to the eula here, which you don't have to, but if you don't, you can install it. So we definitely recommend that. And feel free to read through this, and you can also print this out. Assuming you agree, go ahead and click next. And we're going to put in our credentials here. This needs to be a local admin account, and it has to be password protected. So go ahead and put your password in here. See if I can type mine out. And if it's correct, it'll let us proceed. It is thinking. And hopefully I did not fat finger this. There we go. The password was correct here. Okay, and this is our SQL database, the one we created earlier. If you change your mind and you want to select a different instance, you can browse for a different one. But we're going to leave that as it is now. So we're going to hit next. And we're going to select the modules to be installed. These two are not options. They are always going to be installed. Depending on the SCADA you're connecting to, you may want to enable reporting. That functions a little bit differently depending on the SCADA. We are going to use OPCDA, so we're going to enable this. And click next. And then you can select all the modules to be installed. Actually, this is our show computer that I'm on, so I'm going to install all the modules. When you do this at home or at the office, hopefully not on your personal home computer, you'll want to pick the one that you're going to be using. But again, because I'm on a show computer, I'm going to select all of them. This is going to make my install take a little bit longer. I will pause and then come back, so you guys don't have to wait along with me here. But select the ones you want and then hit next. It's going to give us a message here if you try to do this at home saying that, hey, you probably don't need all the different SCADAs installed on a normal application or use case. But again, this is a show computer, so I'm going to ignore this warning and click yes and proceed. and then we're going to select the modules to be installed for our notifiers. If you select one or two and then need to go back and add more later, you can rerun the installer to go back and add the ones that you missed out the first time around. I'm going to go ahead and select all of them and then click next. And then we're going to get a confirmation screen, just making sure we have everything that we want to be installed selected. We do. We're going to click next. And it's going to do its thing. So I'm going to pause and be back with you, with everybody in a couple minutes here. All right, setup has finished now. I'm going to walk y'all through how to get it licensed now that you have it installed. I'm going to pull my PowerPoint back up here. This is a little bit different than how it's done in version 7, so stick with me here. Again, this is all on the website, or you can pause the screen and leave the information up there. So basically you're going to go to CodeMeter, which may be in your little dock down here, or it might be under the Start menu. So we're going to search there. We're going to open up CodeMeter. Let's find that. CodeMeter Control Center. Here we go. That will bring up CodeMeter here. I'm going to try and get this out of the way so you can see both at the same time. So mine's already been activated from a previous install, but we're going to act like we don't see that, and I'll walk you through this. We're going to click Activate License here. And we're going to click Next on the Assistant. We're going to create a license request. And then we're going to select where to put the file. You can put it anywhere you'd like, just make note of where you put it. It's going to default into the downloads. So we're going to say, make sure that's okay, great. Going to click Save, going to click Commit, and that's going to save a copy of that file. Now what you do is you go to that place where that file was created, in our case the downloads folder. Let me pull this up here. You can see the Weeboo file right there. You're going to attach that to your email, and then you're going to go to the website here and upload that file, complete all the information. Once you upload that, that'll get sent to us. We will respond back with a new license file, and then you're going to go back to your control center here and just drag that file anywhere on top of here to activate it. Pretty simple and straightforward there. Again, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to give us a call, or you can email us. We're definitely here to help you out. And we're going to have several more of these videos going step by step to make sure you have a good working knowledge of how to set up, deploy, and configure our software. And again, we are here to help, so please call us, sales, tech support, email us. We definitely want to make sure that you have a successful time running and installing this. Please be tuned in for the next one, which will be coming out very, very soon. Thanks everybody for watching. One last time, any questions or concerns, get a hold of us. We are here to help, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.